It's an Easter morning ramble along the Potomac. Join me as we get cozy with this historic river and explore some of Alexandria's riverside parks at the same time. In this series, we will stroll through 4 parks, one of which was once an important shipyard dating back to 1783, lasting for over 100 years. We will finish up at Robinson Landing Pier, a sleek, chilled-out area with deck chairs that makes you feel like you should suddenly have a piña colada in your hand. We will see Easter eggs along the way, but being that they are on private property, we'll have to find a way to restrain ourselves. And I almost forgot. As a bonus, we will join another adventurer as we traverse the Woodrow Wilson Bridge at sunrise. As we cross, I will tell you a story about First Lady Edith Wilson concerning the bridge that seems too unbelievable to be true, but is. Let's hop to it, like the Easter Bunny. So it is Easter Sunday right now, and there's people celebrating. They've got little Easter eggs on the tables. Probably for the kids, but you never know. Could be for the adults. And there it says Shipyard Park. John Hunter established one of the first shipyards in the city at the foot of Wilk Street as early as 1783. And then some more information. This almost feels like a kind of like a beach boardwalk, although there's no beach here. Look at these. These are beautiful. Not sure what they're called, but they're beautiful. So guys, at the beginning of the first video in this series, I pointed out the Woodrow Wilson Bridge to you. That is what we are looking at now, and it crosses from Alexandria over to National Harbor, Maryland. And there's something that happened regarding First Lady Edith Wilson in connection to this bridge that almost seems too hard to believe, but indeed it is true. With this being said, I'd like to fill you in on it as we join a fellow adventurer crossing the bridge on foot at sunrise. Woodrow Wilson, of course, was our president during World War I, and he left the presidency in 1921. He died only 3 years later, and to this day is the only president buried in Washington, D.C. proper. Fast forward now to the mid-1950s, when plans were approved to build this massive bridge that we're seeing in front of us. 1956 was the 100th anniversary of Woodrow Wilson's birthday, so President Eisenhower chose this time to name the bridge after him. 5 years later, it was ready to be opened. The dedication ceremony took place on President Wilson's birthday on December 28, 1961. His widow, former First Lady Edith Wilson, was supposed to attend and take part in the dedication ceremony by unveiling a ceremonial plaque. Over 40 years after her husband leaving office, and on his birthday no less, Edith Wilson died on the exact same day as the ceremony, which took place at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Some sources say that she passed away in the morning and missed it by only a few hours, while others say that she was alive during the ceremony but missed it due to illness and held on until later in the day. Either way, it's all pretty crazy that considering how many days had passed since her husband's time in office, her demise would happen on this exact day. She died of heart failure at the age of 89, and no foul play was ever suspected. Yeah, so truth can be stranger than fiction sometimes. If you'd like to see the full video of this bridge crossing, it's about 50 minutes long, and that's 50, and there's a link to it in the description. And I'd also like to thank the uploader for allowing its reuse. And that's pretty much it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this walk along the Potomac River. There's one more thing I wanted to mention here about the Potomac. So here it is right in front of us. So the Potomac River, of course, divides Washington, D.C. and Virginia, but all of the river itself belongs to Washington, D.C. So right here at this exact point, if I was standing right there, I would be in Virginia. But then if I jumped in the water, I'd be in Washington, D.C., because that's just how it works over here. All of the water is D.C. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end this right here. Again, I hope you enjoyed this walk along the Potomac River here in Alexandria, Virginia on Easter morning, 2025. And like and subscribe, and we will see you in the next one. This is Vigoroso, off to the next cool spot. Take care, guys.